Today I'm going to talk to you about 3 things that really surprised me about rehab, about the experiences that my clients had in rehab, about the statistics around rehab programs for addiction. First one, less than 42% of the people who enter a rehab program are even going to finish it. So rehab programs vary a lot in price. Some of them are very costly. It's costly to take the time off, and it's costly in your energy, and a lot of people don't prepare themselves well for it, and they end up leaving. They leave. A lot of them want to leave within the first 2 to 7 days. It's very common for them to leave within the first 2 weeks. Leaving anywhere before 30 days is considered leaving early, and some rehab programs are a bit longer than that. But a lot of people don't even finish it, and to me that was rather astonishing, considering the investment that they were going to make, or that they had made, and the need for them to detox. But detox is not easy, so you need to prepare yourself before you go in. Number 2, when you're in the rehab center, they have usually a no contact rule. So that means it's not like prison where you're held there captive. You can leave very obviously from, statement number 1. However, you're very limited in who you can contact and what you can do. That's why you need to prepare yourself before you go in as well, and why I prepare my clients before rehab for rehab. There will be things that can even trigger you in rehab, or things you may not understand the processes of, or be able to reframe. And perhaps I'll create another video on that, what some of the more difficult things are in rehab that my clients have experienced, that they've needed my help with. Number 3, so our final one, because this is going to be just a short video, is the statistics for relapse after rehab. So within the first 30 days, the chances that you're going to use again, 40 to 60%. And I don't tell you that in order to discourage you. It's because you've changed after rehab, you've detoxed, but the world hasn't. The world is as toxic as it ever was, and it's got the same problems in it that were there before. So you're detoxified now, you go push back out into the world, and what support system do you have? What tools or skills do you have at that point to navigate the world? Well, if 40 to 60% within the first 30 days alone are going to relapse, and then according to a survey of Alcoholics Anonymous that they had done, within the first year, 75% of people will relapse. That first year is so pivotal, so incredibly pivotal, that it's so difficult. It's a year of firsts. It's a year of trying to re-find yourself, and to how you need skills and you need strategies in order to get through it. That's just all there is to it. Now, those statistics, they may seem very discouraging, and I apologize for that. That's not my purpose, is to scare you into anything, because I'll tell you that if you can remain sober for 5 years, right? So you go through the first year of tumultuousness. If you can remain sober, and then after 5 years, the chance of you relapsing again is about 7%. 7%. That's awesome. Okay, so there is hope at the end of the tunnel, but you do have to get through that first year. Actually, the first 5 years, but that first one, super important to have the strategies in place. So now you know the statistics, you know what you're up against, but it's still better to do it, to go through the process. But, do yourself a favor and set yourself up for success. You don't have to ride a roller coaster that's as bad as that. You're going to have ups and downs, but they don't have to be extreme. If you have the right strategies and tools, you have the right support in place. And what does that mean? That means having a plan of action, having somebody that can help you before rehab, so that you know what you're doing in rehab. I even give assignments for when you're in rehab, so that you're in control and you haven't lost control. And then after rehab, and it's about having somebody that, yes, has education and knows how to help you, but has compassion and has your best interests at heart, and will be there for you and will support you, walk shoulder to shoulder with you, so to speak, in that first year. And that's what I would like to offer to people, because I realize, some years in our lives, they're more important than others in what we act and how we do things. They're pivotal moments in our lives. It's a fork in the road for you, and you want to navigate it successfully. Feel free to send me an email, info@drcleverly.com, and I would love to hear from you and see if we're the right match to work together through this first pivotal year.